The Comeback King. It was hyped as the Rumble in the Jungle. Las Vegas bookies said it was the mismatch of the century, but the dictator of Zaire had shelled out millions to secure the first heavyweight championship ever staged in Africa. The champ was 25 years old, an Olympic gold medalist, an undefeated 6'4" of sculpted muscle and lethal power. His record was 40-0 with 37 knockouts. He had demolished Joe Frazier and Kenny Norton. His opponent was 7 years older, past his prime, and desperately trying to become a serious contender again. Some 60,000 spectators in the stadium and a worldwide TV audience wondered if the fight would go beyond 2 rounds. The challenger laughed and played the clown. For 7 rounds, he did his rope-a-dope maneuver, covering up while the champ wore himself out punching. In the 8th round, lightning struck, a withering punch coming out of nowhere. Kapow! The stunned champ fell like a mighty oak tree. He somehow got off the canvas, but it was too late. The referee stopped the fight. Muhammad Ali had won his title back, and George Foreman takes his defeat for the first time in his career. Foreman had fought his way out of poverty to become the king of the mountain. Now he was dethroned and determined to get his crown back. He demolished 5 opponents. One more win, and Ali would have to give him a rematch. But that 5th fight went the distance, and George lost on points. He collapsed in his dressing room, convinced he was going to die. Overwhelmed by the smell of death, he cried out to God. He says Jesus touched him and saved him. He also called him to preach the gospel. So the former champ became the new reverend. He opened up a youth center for at-risk kids and began to enjoy the simple pleasures he had denied himself for so long. He told the National Public Radio, "You get a second chance to live, and it makes a better person of you. You realize that wasn't really a loss for me in Africa. It was a gain I didn't appreciate." In his mid-40s, out of shape and overweight, the Reverend needed money for his youth center. So he got back into the ring. The sports world laughed, but fans were pulling for him. In 1994, the sentimental favorite squared off against the champ. This time, George was smiling, not scowling. To the delight of the watching world, the 45-year-old Reverend became the oldest boxer in history to win the heavyweight championship. Most folks know him as the smiling bald guy who sells George Foreman grills on television. The guy whose net worth is $300 million. But he would tell you that his real worth is found in Jesus Christ and in the work he does to get kids on the right track. He says that he owes it all to that lost in Zaire. He might flash a smile and suggest this: take a closer look at your loss, and you just might find a gain.